Welcome back to Tomcat TV. Today we will be watching First Blood from 1982. It's the first Rambo movie in the pretty long Rambo series. I don't know how many movies there are in that series, but I do know that there are, at least I believe there are quite a few. But I am excited to see it, so I do want to get into it. But before I do, I want to remind you that I am officially setting actual dates on my early releases. So check it out if you want early access to my next movie reaction, which one of the next couple should be The Godfather, and I'm actually trying to convince my wife to watch that with me, so feel free to check that out. Also, if you're looking for ways to support me, then check out Dubby. Dubby is a zero sugar clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash or jitters like the other energy drinks do. There's no maltodextrin fillers or artificial dyes. Dubby keeps you awake and focused comfortably, while also being made in the US of A, baby, which I find extra sweet. Use code TOMCAT at checkout for 10% off and start saving on your beverages today. Which actually saves you quite a bit of money, to be honest. I actually kind of figured it up, and I spent a lot more on energy drinks outside of Dubby, so I'm really happy to have Dubby. But use the link in the description below. Personally, I suggest Dub Sludge. I'm drinking that right now. I'm drinking out of this new container I got whenever I ordered Dub Sludge. So, thank you so much, Dubby. Let's on with the movie, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and get it started. Again, thank you so much for watching. And without further ado, here we go.
Man. All that orange stuff that spread it around. Cut him down to nothing.
Did they call it Agent Orange in the thing? Isn't it crazy? The stuff that people would survive, and then they'd come back just to have like cancer or something kill them. It's nuts.
South.
Just because people didn't like Vietnam.
Jump in. I'll make sure you're heading the right direction, huh?
It's really sad, like the reception that our veterans got
Where you headed?
in the wake of
Portland is south. You
Vietnam.
We're headed north. We don't want guys like you in this town.
Why? What did he? I mean,
Drifters.
they're just drifters. Okay.
First thing you know,
So is it really about like whether him being a soldier, or is it just more that he looks like a homeless man and they don't want?
Have a nice day, huh?
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. But I feel like this whole this town looks familiar. Did they film like Pikes Peak here or something like that? No, not Pikes Peak. Dante's Peak. Dante's Peak? I don't know. You have to have like
How you do it, you decide right now.
cause though, bro.
Why would you be carrying a knife like this?
Carrying a concealed weapon. He says he uses it for hunting.
Why does it have to be for hunting? Why can't it be for self-defense? See, that's my problem, is like a lot of the time in movies, or even sometimes I guess police, why do you even need a knife like that?
Your name? Your name?
Huh? PTSD.
What do you know about that? Old Harry here's a soldier. Rambo. John Jay?
Look, you son of a bitch. If you don't put your goddamn hand down there, I'm gonna break it off. Now, put it down, goddammit!
All right, what the
Dang.
hell is going on down here?
Oh, nothing I can't.
It's kind of frightening.
You won't
I get so pissed off with them.
Exactly as you're told.
Is he gonna have like officials like swooping in and getting him out of there because they need him or something?
I want you to go over and get that hose
That's my
ready.
theory.
All right?
Holy shit, look at this. We should report this to Teasel, Galt. Look at that.
You just do what I tell you.
Just be like, oh, hey, he was a soldier, he's a vet.
Galt! What the fuck was that?
Bruh.
Well, a man said clean him up.
Not a whole lot of like empathy or sympathy or anything from them.
Don't forget to get him behind the ears.
What a douche. That would not feel good at all.
How you like that, huh? What's the matter, Mitch?
Like Mitch. Mitch is a good kid.
Sit down.
Oh.
Sit down. Oh, sit down. Son, we just do it the hard way. Come on.
How blind are you? Can't you see this guy's crazy?
Can't you see I don't give a shit?
Yeah, I can see that.
When did PTSD start getting actually diagnosed? It's like the 60s and 70s or something like that, right? I think, oh, actually, because I think Vietnam is what really started cluing people in that. Dang. Okay, don't hurt anybody too much, dude. You want to be able to get out of this. This has gone from bad to worse for sure. Jeez. I do like how fast he moves. Like, they're doing a good job at, like, he's just moving at, like, a breakneck pace, like, everywhere he goes. Oh, dang. Not a bad stunt, really. And Sylvester Stallone was part of that. So that's pretty cool. I'm really enjoying this. I can tell I'm really going to enjoy this series. You arrested this guy for, like, no reason. Now you're going on this, like, massive, like... Oh, wow. Yeah, the mud. Is he gonna get stuck? Oh, dang. Pays to know the terrain. Oh, no. I was a little worried he's gonna roll it. Oh, yep, he rolled it. Okay, definitely not as bad as it could have been, though. Oh, dude. I'm really confused. What's gonna happen in this? Is it gonna be about the cops chasing him? I'm not even sure what this is about, really. What I kind of enjoy is I feel like you see him stop for a second, look around, and then he sees what he needs to get, and he goes and gets it. I like that. I can't tell if he's a bad guy or not. Dobermans are pretty cool dogs. I haven't been around a lot of them, but my wife was around one for a while that she really liked. He was a good boy. This looks like fun, to be quite honest. Dangerous, like climbing up all that on that incline the way it is. I think he's gonna jump again. Dang, that's so beautiful. Dang. Is some of that matte painting, or is it looks good? 2 points of contact, 2 points of contact. Ooh, are they just gonna shoot him? Oh, this douche. Of course he's going to. He's such an a-hole. Hopefully he falls out. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh my. It's true. I think if they say that you do have, if you do have like some sort of skydiving accident, if you ever do fall from like high heights like that, you do want to aim for trees, I think, technically. Man, that guy's a freaking jerk. Good grief. This feels like a video game. Like Last of Us or Uncharted or something like that. This guy is such a a-hole. Oh, is he gonna fall out? Yes. At least he's got a witness showing that the guy's a jerk. This is all this movie's about, right? It's like him just trying to survive and get away. That's crazy. I didn't see that coming. Oh. Got a needle and thread in there. That's pretty cool. Yucky. Oh, wow. How are they doing that? I guess they're pumping something through it. But it looks like he's actually bleeding. That's so cool.
Don't make a move, I'll blow your head off!
I didn't do anything! Oh!
What the heck?
Green Beret, Congressional Medal of Honor. Guy's a war
Wow.
hero.
Wow. And you guys were like screwing with him.
Why don't you let the state police handle this?
Come here, goddammit! Look,
Look at him.
Okay, maybe he is a villain.
He's dead because of that psycho out there. Now you listen, boy, and you listen to me good. I'm gonna get...
He's dead because he was a homicidal maniac. And how about take some blame over like arresting him for no reason? And also, I mean, like, there's an extent of blame placed on Rambo because he did flip out and like attack a bunch of people and then try to get out of there and escape. But at the same time, though, he's got some mental problems because of his PTSD. You can't really blame Rambo a whole lot anyways. Because they roughed him up a lot. Whoa.
It's not him. It's the goddamn scarecrow. Scarecrow that shot Orville. He's close.
Hurry up.
Oh, you no right to shoot my babies. Get the son of a bitch.
He had no right? I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily the word. Okay, I think I see him actually. Yep, there we go. Barely saw him, but I did spot him. I mean, he wouldn't have, though. That's for sure. He's gonna be above him. Yeah, there he is. Dang.
He's got ward. I spread out. I'll go this way.
Dude, like, spreading out is what's been getting you guys picked off one by one. Yeah, this guy. Oh. Dang.
I got him.
No, you didn't.
Follow me.
You got your own guy, bro. Oh. Oh no. Dang. And I like that you're almost kind of just seeing this from their perspective, like people dropping one by one. You didn't really see him do a whole lot of the setup. Oh, jeez. I was expecting Rambo to be like right behind them, just to see an eye.
I could have killed them all. I could have killed you. In town, you're the law. Out here, it's me. Don't push it.
Oh, jeez. Scared the crap out of him. But the thing is, though, is like he's like literally not able to let it go. Especially now that there's a guy dead. He's like actually not able to let it go. He's got an obligation to do that. Even if he's being kind of a bad guy.
Shrouded in mist, the fugitive John Rambo is hiding. Units of the state police,
They
along
made
with
him a
local members
fugitive.
of the
Galt and a couple of deputies were a little hard on the guy. Assholes.
Doesn't make one goddamn bit of difference, Dave, and you know it.
If he's a vet with PTSD, it kind of does, though.
Who the hell are you?
Sam Trotman. Colonel Samuel Trotman.
Look, we're a little busy this morning, Colonel. What can I do for you?
I've come to get my boy.
I wonder why the...
You ever seen the Green Berets? That's a great movie. John Wayne.
I came here to rescue you from him.
Well, we all appreciate your concern.
He's a one-man killing machine.
Gotta be extra careful.
I'm just amazed that he allowed any of your posse to live.
No bore. I think in my area, they actually will pay, I think they pay you to kill wild boar because they're so invasive. Wild boar, wild pigs.
Let him go. Do what? For now. Diffuse the whole situation. Diffuse him.
See, that's the thing is he's been escalating constantly.
And put out a nationwide APB. In a couple of weeks, you'll pick him up in Seattle or someplace working in a car wash. There'll be no fight, and nobody else will get hurt.
I do my own work. I don't figure the best way to do that.
Right
is to
now, he
close my
feels like his
eyes
life's
and
in
hope he gets
danger.
picked up in Seattle.
Come on, Raven. Cover leader calling Raven. This is Colonel Troutman. Talk to me, Johnny.
He's not sure.
They're all gone, sir. It's him. Get on it.
That's kind of what set him on this. Is everybody that was in his team was dead.
Not Delmore Barry. He made it.
Now he's dead too.
Gone too, sir.
How?
Got himself killed in Nam. Didn't even know it.
Hmm.
So ate him down to the bone. Where'd you come from, sir?
Bragg.
Fort Bragg.
I tried to get in touch with you, but the guys at Bragg never knew where to find you. There wouldn't be no trouble except for that king shit cop. All I wanted was something to eat.
Well, you did some pushing of your own, John.
They drew first blood, not me.
Oh, that's why they call it that.
Come first light, I'm gonna put every man I got up on that ridge. Now we'll get him my way.
Yeah, that cop has got a serious power trip going on. I'm the law. You bring in the National Guard. That's so dumb. That's, I mean, they would never do that, but it's just so dumb that they're doing that for him. Just a kid. Don't do anything. Don't hurt him. Just a kid. Good. The concern for me would be, like, as far as what he thinks reality is.
And no shooting. I don't want him dead. I want him alive.
No shooting. Jeez.
Earl, this creep is a killer. Besides, I'm in charge, and I say we blow it up.
I'm noticing a theme here of power trips and impatience and overkill. Jeez.
Where the hell are they? On the hill about 500 yards.
Again, I really did not see this coming. I love that jacket. It's so cool. Again, it's those power trips, dude. Like, there's such a theme of it. I think there's a theme of, like, everybody going on power trips whenever they have no power. Rambo has all the power, as far as this stuff goes, at least. I really like how this is done. What's cool about this is I feel like a lot of action movies don't really care. They just want to make fun action, right? But what's cool about this is I feel like it's one of those things to where they also want to do kind of cool stylistic stuff going, like him lighting a match, then putting it out, and then you hear the tearing. That knife is so cool. Like, he's just using it for everything. I mean, it's not really the knife, it's just that he utilizes it so well. I really like that. Oof. He kind of looked like he fell, actually, on accident. I'll have to look that up, too. It almost seemed like it was an accident. Teasel. Sheriff Teasel. Oh, so he's got a Purple Heart amongst other medals. I like this detail too. He's adding more as he goes along, so that way he can keep it going. And what's cool about this too is, I mean, these are real flames. In movies nowadays, it's always some sort of CGI or whatever, but he's getting his hands in the flame to wrap it around. If it gives it an extra layer of realism and gives him some credibility.
Because just as well we never got a chance to find out.
I wonder if he suspects that he actually survived it. Because he knows Rambo so well. Knows that he's a survivor. There are a few people who have aged really well, who have like gotten better with age, and Sylvester Stallone's definitely one of them, in my opinion.
Looks like somebody pulled the plug too soon. That Rambo guy is on the loose again. Shit.
Oh boy. Jeez. I love that stunt driving. It was so good. What's his plan here? I was gonna use that M60 for sure at some point. Yeah, the good news is, as far as at least the doors go, I don't know if they go through the sides of, like, that truck. The small arms fire. Nice. Yeah, what do you think they're gonna do? It's a massive truck. You think you're gonna slow him down? Shoot, is there a spike strip or something? Or did they do spike strips back then? I love how calm he is. That was nuts, though. He just... Are they dead? I'd imagine they would be. Okay. What's cool... This is really good filmmaking. They already established that as the way out of town. Right? That's the bridge. Oh, dang. Dang. Holy cow. This is such good filmmaking. It really is. Like I said, they already established that as the way out of town, and he took it. At least I think he's going into town, right? Or did he go back into town to try to go after the sheriff? He's gonna catch some crap for that. Draw their attention there. Is he trying to pretend to be dead or anything like that? I'm not sure. Well, that's cool. He's playing dead, isn't he? Dang. Hopefully nobody was in there. Jeez. Jeez.
For your own safety, please evacuate the streets immediately.
Yeah, Rambo's coming after you, dude.
Get the fuck out of here, Troutman, and you take your advice with you. When I talked to you earlier this afternoon,
Not
you
listening.
knew he was still alive, didn't you?
I thought he was.
I suspected.
Yep, suspected.
Because God knows what damage he's prepared to do.
Nice shadow.
Jesus Christ, where do you people come from?
Show some respect, dude.
Now, this is my job, Troutman. This is my town. And I'm not giving
Mine. Pride. Ego. It's gonna get killed. You've got an M16 and a revolver. He's got an M60. Good luck, buddy. Nice. So what's his... I'm not sure what his motivation is exactly. Is it revenge at this point? Adrian! I killed him! Something like that. Is he looking for anything that's, like, flammable? Jeez. Or is he gonna shoot it? Tell me he's gonna shoot it. That's funny. Well, I mean... no, it probably wouldn't. I was thinking that maybe from the muzzle flash it could do it, but no. No, it won't. It's smart, though. He's redirecting. Just destroyed that person's livelihood, whoever owned that shop. Are they actually shooting it? I mean, I think they set charges too, but it looks like they might be actually shooting it. That's pretty crazy, honestly. Yeah, he would have serious trouble seeing him in there, though. Oh, maybe not. Oh! Oh! Nice.
You crazy son of a bitch! Finish Rambo!
He's gonna talk him down. He's gonna save his life.
Listen to me, Rambo. You have no chance. So drop your weapon. I'm going to order the chopper in and fly you back to Bragg.
Hold your fire!
You did everything to make this private war happen.
Mm-hmm.
You've done enough damage. This mission is over, Rambo. Do you understand me?
He's portraying PTSD, I feel like, really well. Maybe it's just me.
It's over, Johnny. It's over!
Nothing is over! And I did what I had to do to win, but somebody wouldn't let us win. Then I come back to the world, and I see all those maggots at the airport protesting me, spitting. Calling me baby killer and all kinds of vile crap?
It was a bad time for everyone, Rambo. It's all in the past now.
For you! For me, civilian life is nothing. In the field, we had a code of honor. You watch my back, I watch yours. Back here, there's nothing.
I can't. Where's everybody?
Wow. Wow.
Fucking car. This red 58 Chevy convertible. He's talking about this car. When this barn side gone, and this kid comes up. This kid carrying a shoe-shine box. And he says, shine, please, shine. I said, no. He kept asking, yeah. And Joey said, yeah. And I went to get a couple of beers. And the box is wired. And he opened up the box. Fucking blew his body all over the place. And he's laying there and he's fucking screaming. There's pieces of him all over me. Just like this. And I'm trying to pull him off, you know. And it's my friend that's all over me. He's got blood and everything. And I'm trying to hold him together. I put him together. His fucking insides keep coming out. And nobody would help. No one helped. And he's saying, please, I want to go home. I want to go home. He keeps calling my name. I want to go home, Johnny. I want to drive my Chevy. I said, well, what? I can't find your fucking legs. I can't find your legs.
Wow. Wow. That's heartbreaking. It's terrible. I've heard stories like this too. Stories of people who've experienced those types of things in war, like on D-Day or something like that. It's terrible stuff. Wow. Wow. Dang. That was so good. I freaking loved that. That isn't... How have I not seen that before? How have I not seen this movie before? I don't even know where to start. I think that was incredibly well done. So much... Wow. And the stuff he was talking about too, like, he mentioned kind of some of the stuff that, like, that I was talking about, like, because he mentioned there in his little speech at the end, that he was made to win, right? He was told, hey, win this war. But he was not given, like, but there was somebody that kept trying to keep him from winning. Which was, the rules of engagement were super restrictive when it came to Vietnam. The politicians that they had a lot of rules out there that were just really strange, honestly, and just doesn't make sense for trying to win a war. We haven't played to win as far as like war or conflict goes in a long stinking time, because everything's become so politicized, and a lot of people tend to just make up stuff. Like it, people want to act like the dishonest media has only been in the last like 10 years or so, 20 years or so, but it's been on a long time. People just lying about a lot of these men. Now, I'm sure terrible things happened. I'm sure there were plenty of people who did terrible things, just like in like you'll see stuff like with cops. Like I believe that the vast majority of cops are good cops. I want to see if there's anything after credits, but I believe most of the cops are generally good cops. In fact, I know a few cops, and they're really good men. But there are always going to be a few, and you'll see videos of it, like literally somebody running away and they shoot them straight in the back, which is 100% unacceptable. Or I mean, there's certain circumstances where, like, let's say, they have a gun and they're like pointing it back at you to try to shoot you or something at a point. Like, I mean, that's obviously a reason to take them down. But like, whenever somebody's just running away, no gun, whatever, they just shoot them. Completely unacceptable. That type of stuff happens, like they're trying to do to him, honestly, in this, at times. But stuff like that does happen. But the vast majority of cops are, I think, generally doing it to generally doing it to help people, which I feel like a lot of people tend to ignore when it comes to that type of stuff. Just like I think a lot of the people that were in Vietnam, I think most of them were just trying to win a war. They were just trying to fight a war. They got, brought into something that I don't know if they fully understood necessarily what they were getting themselves into or the reasons for it, and they did whatever they could, Wow. I really like that. I really like that. That was so stinking great. Because, okay, like I said, I feel like this movie, as far as direction goes, I feel like a lot of the action movies, it was all about, a lot of action movies, not even necessarily from the time, maybe I'm just like putting a lot of today's effort that a lot of directors do on back then, because I think about Die Hard and all that stuff, the direction is like definitely something that they tried hard to make look good. But there's stuff in this that's really just kind of cool and stylistic. I like whenever he's in the cave and he lights a match or something like that, and it's the only light that he's getting is from that match, and then the match goes out and it goes dark again, and then you hear the ripping of his clothes. You understand he's getting something too burned because you hear it. It's something to where they did a good job at explaining things without really telling you what exactly was happening, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed the scene towards the beginning, whenever they're first hunting him down in the wilderness, because he's evading them at every turn. He's picking them off one by one. He makes the point, I could have killed any of you, let it go. And obviously him and his pride won't let it go. No, I don't think it was necessarily just because of his pride at that point. The fact that he tried to kick him out of the town, and without even offering any sort of getting any explanation for him, seeing what was going on in his life, not knowing that he was military or anything like that, veteran that just needed a bite to eat, that sort of thing is what ended up kind of screwing him here. And I feel like almost if anyone takes an investigation into this and they see why he was picked up in the first place, he's going to be in some serious trouble for sure. Now, again, just because he picked him up, people get picked up for bogus things all the time. That's why we have a justice system that are there to punish people or cops who do things the wrong way, or and also to let people go, like Rambo, who didn't do anything wrong up to that point. But Rambo, in his PTSD, started lashing out, started trying to escape, started getting scared about what was going on. Man, it's good, and it's cool too, because it kind of tells you in the very beginning where all this is going, where his headspace is at. It tells you from the very beginning. He's like, hey, here's my buddy here, I'm just trying to find him. And then he gets told he's dead, and he died from cancer because of all the Agent Orange that was spreading around. And it makes sense where his headspace is at, and it's not a good one. The action was fantastic. I really enjoyed his performance, his physical acting in this. I think it was really good. He just moved really kind of jerky, paranoid sort of, but then at the same time smooth. It's just hard to describe. I really liked it. I think everybody's performances was good. I don't think there was a single bad actor in this. Honestly, I really enjoyed this. Especially for a movie that came out when it did. It's just so well done. Is incredibly well done, and then it's got so much heart too, because it's got that message of honestly, be careful. Especially applicable for the time as far as like veterans go and how they're being treated because of Vietnam. I'd say the message of this movie was to obviously understand what our veterans have been through. And his speech at the end, oh my goodness, it ripped my heart out, because I have heard stories like that. There's this one from D-Day where, which I slightly mentioned, but there's one from D-Day where I guess some ship blew up. I think it was I think it was an American ship, and or there was an explosion or something. I think it was on the ship, but there's a guy, he was laying on the ground unconscious, and he went to go take off the helmet to check on the brain, to check on his head, to check and see if he had any brain injuries. When he took his helmet off, his brain literally fell into the helmet because of how much trauma he had gone through. That helmet that was supposed to be there to protect them. and which, I mean, it can only do so much, but that was a story that I heard from D-Day, and just could you imagine the stuff that, as far as Rambo's character goes, what he would have been through. And it makes sense why he would have done the things he did, and it makes sense that, you know, he's just gonna need to get some help, and he's not really that responsible for his actions. I mean, he is, but he isn't. Like, he was clearly going through something that he was not fully in control of his, you know, faculties, we'll say. He was not, if he was in his right mind, he wouldn't have done those things. That's what I'm trying to say. But I really like that. I don't really have any complaints about this movie. I have zero complaints. Man, that was so good. Oh man, that was really good. Man, 80s action is just fantastic. It's so good. You know, I watched the Lethal Weapon movies, and I put those up there. I went into this expecting it to be just like super silly and campy and all that stuff and ridiculous, but it's straight up not. I love this movie, but I get the feeling, especially after watching this one, I don't know how any of the other movies can be nearly as good as this one, because this is fantastic. But I do think I've heard very positive things about First Blood Part 2, so I'm excited to get into it, really. I think I'm going to stop this here because I am getting tired. I could honestly just ramble on, say the same thing over and over again about this movie. I really liked it. I really liked it a lot. It really hit me really right here, honestly. But I really enjoyed it. What do you think of the Rambo movies? Do you have a favorite? Don't obviously spoil anything for the future movies, but do you have a favorite movie in the Rambo franchise? Let me know what that one is down below. If it's something to where you think I'm going to enjoy the rest of the series as much as I enjoyed this one, just give me a heads up. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoy my content, you want to see more like this, and also get notified of more Rambo movies as they come out, then go ahead and subscribe. You know, do all that stuff. I would very much appreciate it. It'll help with the algorithm and help give me a lot more support. I'm thinking that if I get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, which I don't think I will, I'm feeling pretty confident that I won't have to do this, but if I get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, if I can get monetized by the end of the year, then I will shave my head and my beard. Tell me if that's crazy. That being said, feel free to go ahead and, like I said, subscribe. And check me out on Patreon if you are wanting to get early access to my next video, which my next video I'm going to try to do, as long as I don't end up doing something in between, but the next video should be The Godfather, which I'm going to, again, try to get my wife involved on that one. And we'll try to watch that together, hopefully not in the middle of the night, but I'm a little nervous about that one because it's hailed as one of the greatest movies of all time, if not the greatest movie of all time, followed up by one of the greatest movies, if not the greatest movies of all time. So I'm really nervous about it. I'm assuming that I'll like it, but I'm worried that it's going to be overhyped and then I'm not going to like it, but we'll see. That being said, like I said, thank you so much for watching. And another thing is, go ahead and check out Debbie if you have an opportunity to. Just click on the link in the description below. Use code TOMCAT for 10% off. But it's really good. Like I said, I would suggest getting Dub Sledge. Dub Sledge is really good. It's got like a Granny Smith apple flavor to it. A green apple. There's also another one that's really good. This is the first flavor I got. Is the passion. First flavor I got was Passion Joy Tea. That's also really good. Shoot, did not mean to tip that. That one's also really good. And I guess they're also coming out with a hydration drink as well that has 0 caffeine in it. So I'm interested in that too. I'll let you know what I think of that when I get it. Like I said, if you are interested in seeing more, check out my channel. I have a lot more like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, that's right. Anyways, later.